Hello, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're talking about how marriage is a woman's hustle. Fact number one, to start this video off, 75% of all women who are millionaires or billionaires got that either by divorce and or inheritance. So what I'm getting at is they didn't work for it, they took it from somebody else. Marriage is how a woman transfers your wealth that you worked those long hard hours for to her accounts. It's done through alimony, through child support, through it's completely, I don't want to use the word unfair, but I mean, put it this way. This is a story I heard the other day where a guy went through a divorce. She lied about him, so he got a protection order put on him. Couldn't go to his house. Well, anyways, long story short, they divorced. She got to keep the house. He had to keep paying mortgage on the house he couldn't go to. In addition, he had to pay her alimony and he had to pay her child support, to the point where he had to live in his car for about a year and a half, over a year in his car, while the woman lived in luxury and didn't have to work for nothing, and he had to pay all that, and he couldn't even afford a place for himself, so he's living in an automobile. This will be you if you decide to get married. If you still have the myth, and if you think marriage is not a legitimate life goal. I used to be an idiot and think that too. Well, once you get it, it's never quite what you expected. Like the saying goes, the journey towards your quote goal will never have the same pop as you achieving that goal. So for, back in the blue pill days, I would achieve after, weed out who I thought was bad women from the good ones. Well, it ends up anyways, I won't go into specific detail. But anyways, I thought I had found the one. So once you marry her, and it works for women even more so for women, once a woman has you, she don't want you anymore. That's why she wants to go to ladies' night out. Because you're too predictable. She knows your patterns, you're boring. You text every time before you show up, so she knows when to tell Chad or Tyrone to leave. So she knows your schedule. She's bored with you. That's why ladies' nights out happens. So if you're a married man and you allow your woman to have ladies' nights out, we already know what she's doing. Especially if you try to call her between the hours of, say, 8 p.m. to 12 midnight, and for some reason she won't call back. Anytime else she'll call back, but not that reason, but you trust her. Yeah, keep doing that. So anyways, marriage is a scam. It's stupid. I'm going to be uploading a video called Divorce Inc. to my MGTOW.tv channel to show you guys. I wish I would have seen this documentary before I ever got married. It was made in 2014, but it's more true now than ever. So I'm like kind of preaching to the choir tonight, because the educated men know marriage is stupid, especially if you've been chewed up and spit out by the system. But it's the younger guys. We have to show them. I mean, this is a good example. Growing up, I learned through other people's mistakes and experiences. They might tell me that they were enjoying life and stuff, but by the scowl, look on their face, the distraught look, like it looked like they were looking down the barrel of a shotgun. But then they try to tell me that life's wonderful and all that. Well, I don't cut it. That doesn't cut it. And these were married men who told me that I'd be so happy and wonderful when I was married. They lied to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Marriage is worse than you can imagine. It's been compared to a ball on a chain, but that's not quite accurate. It's more like a wall in a chain, because at least with a ball and chain you can pick it up and have mobility, but no, it's a wall. You're strapped to the wall. And speaking of the wall, when women hit this wall, now they've had their fun and they're ready for you. How many, I don't go on dating sites because they're stupid, but I watch videos other men make about dating sites. Notably, Better Bachelor. He has the profile of the day or week or whatever, and usually 90% of them start out with, I've had my fun, now I'm ready for you. Oh, don't that sound thrilling? Where do I sign up for that? You've had your fun, so what you're actually saying, read between the lines, because that's how women speak, is you ain't going to have no fun with her because she already had her fun. She said it herself. So when a woman reveals to you who she is, you better believe her and you better not marry her, because marriage just amplifies everything that you don't like about her. And so let's say you do get married at any time of her choosing. See, you had to both agree too. It took two people to agree to get married. But it only takes one of them to end it. And we all know who initiate 80% of divorces. It's women. So marriage is this way. I was only trapped in it 2.5 years. But the best analogy I could put to it, it's playing Russian roulette with a full 6-bullet revolver, but the woman has the gun pointed to your head. The gun is her emotions, and at any time she's going to pull the trigger. So literally in marriage, and even boyfriend, girlfriend, but especially in marriage, most relationships fall in the category as that the woman holds the man hostage by her emotions. The emotions is like a gun to his head, and it's not you pulling the trigger, it's her. Because she's going to pull the trigger, like 80% of them do, and file that divorce. And clean you out. Like I said at the beginning of the video, that's how the supposed wealthy women of this world got it there. By taking it. Like I said, I made a video a while back about how women treat relationships the same way a man treats a job. Because a logical man isn't going to quit a job he has unless he already has another lined up, because he has to keep that income coming in. Well, women view marriage, not all of them, but most of them, like Anthony Spade says, we don't talk about most women, it just sounds like that. But, most of them fall into this category. Anyways, I regress back to the thread. What the heck was I talking about? Anyways, this video is it's getting about where it should be, so I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, it was the Russian roulette. So at any time, she's going to pull the trigger and your life's over. And any married man who's been divorced, when you hear these 3 words, your life and financial career future is over. I'm not happy. How many women who filed for divorce file it under, I'm not happy? Well, that's not a surprise, because you weren't happy before you got married. So why would you be happy after you got married? That's just a stupid human reasoning, because if you're miserable without marriage, you're going to be 10 times as miserable in a marriage. That's just how it is. So if you haven't been married, don't be sitting there and saying, oh, he don't know what he's talking about. Marriages. Well, how do you know? You've never been in there. You've never been trapped. Marriage also has what's called, it's kind of like buyer's regret. Buyer's regret is if you make a big purchase, a few days later it kind of messes with you, you kind of regret, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Well, marriage regret for me set in, it was 7 days after the marriage. When was I married? It was January 20th, 2017. It was when Trump was inaugurated. Oh, I thought, oh, that'd be cool to get married on the same day he gets into office. Well, don't ever get married because you think the date will be cool. That's a stupid reason. So, it is, man. So, marriage sucks. And, man, I'm kind of wandering. I'm just keeping it on the thread of how marriage is miserable. It's worse than you can imagine. And if you haven't been there, just shut up, because you have no idea what you're talking about. If you're single, go hang around married men, and not only hang around the married man in front of his wife to show you how she controls and browbeats him through emotions, but also when she goes away, ask him, because he's got a lot of stuff he's bottled up. Ask him how marriage really is, and if he is a good friend, and that's a good opportunity to get that crap out of him, he'll tell you it sucks. So marriage regret. It set in 7 days after I got married, and I woke up And all I thought was, what the hell did I do? The rest of my life is screwed. And there was this dark cloud just hanging over my future. That dark cloud I'd wake up to every morning. Right there. I mean, it's like that Clip Kramer back on Seinfeld. He said how marriage is a man-made prison. Because you wake up in the morning, there she is. You go to bed at night, there she is. You got to ask permission to use your own bathroom. So what was funny, back to the marriage regret, is the day after I got married, my mom, of all people, asks me, so has it hit you yet? I said, has what hit me? Has marriage regret hit you yet? You know, the next day after getting married, my mom's asking me this. And I said, no, I feel wonderful. I feel great. But like I said, 7 days later, bam, it was like a Mack truck drove through my bedroom and smashed right into where I was sleeping in the bed. And all I could think about was all the things I can't do. All I seen was limitations, chains weighing me down. So I'm free. There are no chains here. See, ain't nothing on this finger, and there ain't gonna be. So anyways, marriage is the shits. Any divorced man knows and agrees with this. Marriage is a wealth transfer from your bank account to hers, and marriage is a scam because once you marry a woman, she's got no incentive to stay where she's at. So if she's already fat and you marry her, you think she's gonna get skinny or no? She's gonna get fatter. Because even skinny women, when you marry them, they get fat, don't they? Because they got no reason to stay in shape for you, because she knows you're stuck with her. And even if you do have side women, it doesn't matter, because she's got you by the balls, because you signed a covenant with a person who is rewarded for breaking it. That's marriage. That's why you never do it. So I'm Chad Hart. That's another video. And don't make the mistake I did back in 2017. Do not get married.